This is video 2 of the lesson for European history for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 28th of April. And I am recording and speaking to students while I am absolutely furious. What I do, and I'm not angry at you, I do because I believe that there is evil in the world and evil thoughts. And that evil has killed countless people in lynchings, in concentration and death camps. Part of the reason I teach history is to teach about the National Socialist German Workers' Party, because there are people with those tendencies today. You do not inoculate yourself from evil thoughts by hiding from them or by censoring them. You learn about them. You learn how to spot them. And you learn to understand what's evil about them. That's why I spend my life as a history teacher. Because you don't understand. Some of the most wonderful sounding ideas have been produced by some of the world's biggest scumbags who want to suck you in and use your idealism so that they can acquire power. Thus, communism. Oh, we'll make a utopia on earth. Just give us all the guns and give us all the power. Well, for years, as part of my lesson, as you will learn at the end of class today, I play the Nazi anthem, the Horst Wessel Lied or Horst Wessel Song. I do it to show how Nazis appeal to people. Because it's not just enough to say, ooh, Nazis bad, punch a fascist, Antifa. Christ, those people are the closest thing we have to Nazis that we've ever had in our history since the German-American boomed before World War II, which was actually a Nazi organization. Antifa, no, they're fa. So, I discover that in the name of protecting us from bad thoughts, YouTube has decided to suppress it. So I just spent the last 10 minutes not showing it to my period 1. I'll have to link it online later. And not, starting today with this. Because they don't think that you can handle it. Big tech, Silicon Valley, these mental midgets who are good with math actually believe that because they set up computer programs that they understand history and society and how to police it. That's like a surgeon presuming that because they can operate on a human brain, they understand human thought, philosophy, psychology, and government. They don't. Being a doctor may mean that you're smart. It does not mean that you understand people. So, in the name of protecting the society, they have suppressed a Nazi song. And I'm sure they feel all warm and fuzzy about it. But what they have actually done is made the genuine teaching of history more difficult. Because I have to play games. And I can't show you what the Nazis did with the song. The whole point is to show you how they used it as propaganda, to use it in an appealing way so that you can see it. Because I can trust that you are not idiots and that you'll think about it. But apparently our tech lords, those who would destroy free speech in the name of their idea of what's best for us, have decided that it's unfit for consumption. To which I say, nuts to you. Thoughts. Because this is your society. I'm going to die in a couple of decades. It doesn't matter to me. I've had my life and I've been able to be free. You haven't had that yet. And you're about to go into the little totalitarian factories of college, where you will be suppressed by other students, by professors, and by college administration unless you walk the woke line. That's not freedom. And if I were a communist, I wouldn't believe in it. Well, then again, if I were a communist, I wouldn't believe in freedom of thought, because there's good thought and bad thought. But as an educator, it disgusts me. I know what's waiting for you. You've got to develop your own ideas and your own character and your own willpower so that you can withstand that wonderful world of college without getting poisoned by it. If you end up deciding to become a left-wing person, that's fine. But if you end up being stampeded into it out of fear or intimidation by Nazis who say they're anti-fascist, that's not okay. That's the opposite of education. That's indoctrination. That's what's waiting for you. And this YouTube thing is yet one more example of people who think they know best, trying to take control of thought by taking control of speech. Yes?
Now, it may simply be a senile teenager, but I believe the reigns of totalitarianism may begin with the censorship of things that people don't want you to think.
It always does. It always does, yes.
So I think that especially with our age, it's just going to get worse because people don't really like kids my age really don't read books anymore, or they don't do anything that could educate them about that's real truthful facts, because books are real truthful facts because a lot of them were written a long time ago, so you can't really change them. Whereas now everybody's getting their information from from Instagram, from social media, from news articles, where it's so easy for the big companies to twist the truth. So it's who knows what the truth is? It's just gonna get worse because more and more people are gonna start using social media.
Unless people protect themselves, and I think people will hopefully decide, no, I'm not doing this. I may have to work harder, but I'll find my own truth. Because the truth is, in human history, this notion of moral relativism, which is where they're leading us, to the idea there is no truth except believing it so, that's a lie. That just makes it easier for them to govern you, because there's no sense of right and wrong. It's just who got the guns, who got the control over the microphone. You have something else?
Well, even I have seen stuff on people's stories where they'll share it. Do you have any form of social media?
I used to do social media. Now I just do YouTube. I gave up Facebook 3 or 4 years ago because they started suppressing speech. I wouldn't be a part of it.
Yeah, well, Instagram and Instagram's a big one where everybody my age, if they see a news article that a celebrity posted or somebody posted, they'll share it onto their story, and then they'll just have probably an entire grade level. I follow a lot of people from CHS. They'll all post it, and it's some political thing, and I'll go and I'll look it up, and half the article is wrong. Half the article doesn't even make sense, and it's they don't even know what they're reading. They just post it because it's in to believe it.
And that's a scary thought, because people like that won't be capable of governing themselves. I am hopeful that people will reject that ultimately. Yes.
Well, and what Maya was saying about books, even books are beginning to be censored. So it's not like you can just read a book and figure out the truth. Books are you can't read certain books in schools because they have the N-word, and they're starting to censor different types of...
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss.
Who was a progressive, who was somebody who wrote Horton Hears a Who about individualism, one of my favorite books. And he's been censored because some commie snowflake can't handle the fact that he wrote in the mid-20th century where people thought differently. My word. If you honestly believe the world's a better place because you scour somebody else's thoughts and you cleanse libraries of bad ideas, then you might as well do what the Nazis did and have a good old book burning, because you're no better than them. I'm done. We got to move on. We got to move on because of that. And that is my comment, which I may post on my other YouTube as well, my personal one, because this has got to stop.